Adobe Experience Design. Now let's take a look at just some of the topics that we'll cover. First, you'll learn how to create Adobe Experience Design projects. Then, you'll take a tour of the software interface. You'll learn what artboards are and the role that they play in prototyping your projects. You'll practice drawing basic graphics with the shape, line, and pen tools. You will also practice setting text and learn about the two distinct text formats that you can create. Now, once you've learned how to create content, you will then learn how to manage that content by grouping, arranging, and transforming objects to suit your needs. You'll dig a little deeper into content creation by combining simple shapes to form more complex graphics. And speaking of graphics, you'll discover how to import images and graphics from other applications, as well as how to transform them to fit your project. Since you don't always need the whole image, you'll learn how to mask images and graphics to show only the portion that you want. And finally, you'll learn how to speed up your production time using assets. We've got a lot of material to cover, so let's get started creating our Adobe Experience Design project. Before we get too far along in this course, I wanted to clarify a bit of terminology here. So up to this point, I have referred to this product as Adobe Experience Design, and that is the proper name for this tool. However, there is a more common name, and that is Adobe Xd. So as we go throughout this course, you will hear me use both of those names interchangeably. Well, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with Adobe Experience Design. When you launch the program, you will be presented with a home screen. Now, yours may look a little different than mine because I'm using the very latest version of Adobe Xd, at least at the time of this recording. And in this case, you can see that across the top of my screen, I have a few icons for various devices here. So we have the three main players here. We have phone devices, tablet devices, and then various computer screens. But you can also create your own custom size. So if you have a specific device in mind that you want to target, you can do so. Underneath each of these items, there is also a small menu. So if I go here to the iPhone 6, 7, 8 and click on this little triangle here, you will see I get a menu of other smartphone devices. In addition to creating new documents, you can also very quickly access your most recent documents here on the bottom half of the home screen. So I'm just going to scroll through this list, and you can see some of the documents that I have had open here recently. Now, if for some reason you cannot find your recent document that you want to work with, maybe it's a little older than what this recent document list can keep up with, well, there is a solution. Over here to the left, there is a link called Your Computer. Now, clicking on this will open a file browser, and that way you can browse throughout your computer and locate the file you want to work with. In addition to this Your Computer link, you also have this link here called Add-ons, and so I'm going to click on that just to show you that you have a grid of add-ons here. Now, these are plugins, UI kits, and other app integrations. Most all of these are free. And what they allow you to do is to extend the potential of Adobe Xd. Now, some of these are really, really handy, especially the UI kits. And so here is the Apple iOS design. So if you are developing with the Apple devices in mind, then you might definitely want to take a look at this UI kit. There's a lot of pre-built content in there that you can just kind of copy and paste into your own Adobe Xd projects. Now, this list of plugins and UI kits is just going to continue to grow as more developers begin building content specifically for Adobe Xd. So be sure to check back here on a regular basis, and you might find exactly the tool or plugin that you're looking for. Now, if you wanted to learn a little bit more about Adobe Xd, maybe plug into what is happening over at the Adobe site, there are some links here in the lower left-hand corner, the What's New, Learning Support, and then your feedback links. So all of these will take you to the Adobe website and get you plugged into what's going on here with Adobe XD. Well, let's head on back to the home page here and go ahead and create our first XD document. Now, for the purposes of this course, we're going to be building an app leaning more towards the iPhone at this point. That still seems to be one of the more popular devices on the market today. So let's just go ahead and build towards that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this default of the iPhone 6, 7, and 8, and then I'm going to click on the phone icon above it, and that is going to create my document. Now, in the next clip, we're going to take a look at the Adobe Experience Design interface. So how do we find our way around and work with the tools that are inside of the window we see now?